Hi everyone, my name's Andy Johnson and I just thought I'd make a quick video to tell you a little bit about myself, who I am and what I do. So for many years I was a soldier, but that was a long time ago when I was younger and fitter and more agile. These days my job is a lot more sedentary. I'm an academic. I don't actually teach history or military history or anything like that. I work in the world of business and leadership and management. But my passion is soldiering and history and military history. And so that's what I talk about and write about from an amateur perspective. So when I left the army, I wrote some novels. It was an ambition that I always wanted to achieve. I wasn't sure if they would be any good or if they would work, but I had a crack anyway. So I published a novel called Zij Lower Noord, The Germans Are Coming, about a fictional invasion of Britain by the Germans in the Second World War. And much to my surprise, people not only bought it, but seemed to quite enjoy it and wrote some very nice things about it, for which I'm tremendously grateful. And as a result of that great feedback, I decided to carry on writing. So I wrote some more novels, again about the Second World War. I wrote Thunder in May, which is a dramatisation of the German blitzkrieg in the West in 1940, culminating in the evacuation of Dunkirk. I then wrote a novel about the Normandy landings, specifically the British assault on Sword Beach, and the parachute and glider landings around the Orne River bridges on D-Day the 6th of June 1944, and that novel is called Crucible of Fate. I also dug out a novel that I'd scribbled about 25-30 years ago in an observation post in Northern Ireland on an old notebook, and brought it to life, called And Kingdom Shall Fall. And that's essentially a fantasy fiction novel set in a kind of ancient Britain type landscape around the time of the late Bronze Age, the early Iron Age. I'm currently writing a serialised novel about the Battle of Towton called Bloody Meadow, and you can view that for free on my website. My website is www.andyjohnsonauthor@wordpress.com. You can find out all about my novels on there. You can see extracts from the novels. There are links so that you can go and purchase the novels either in hard copy or on Kindle. And as I say, you can read my free serialisation of Bloody Meadows on there as well. I've got more books in my brain ready to download. I've just got to work out how to get them out of my brain and onto paper. It's a lot of typing, believe you me. But the latest work in process is another Second World War one, set in the Far East in Burma in the early part of the war, called Bushido Dawn. And that's due for publication in late 2020, early 2021. And once I've got that out of the way, I'll probably be going back further in time to either the medieval period or the fantasy fiction period to produce some more action military style novels. I've also got a YouTube channel. It's called Brave Men Died Here. And this is where I take you on little video tours of the battlefields that interest me. I've got some battlefields on there from the Second World War, particularly Normandy. I've also got some medieval battlefields on there, some in France, one from the Wars of the Roses, the battlefield of Towton, and I'll be adding more videos to that as I go along. And at some stage I'm planning to do a video tour of the imaginary battlefield from my first novel, Zij Lower Noord, because although the events written about in that novel never actually took place, they were based on a very real scenario, which was the invasion threat of 1940. And all the places mentioned in the book really do exist. So at some stage, I will go and traipse around the east coast of Yorkshire and the Yorkshire Wolds and do a little video adventure, if you like, of that particular novel for the fans of the novel. And I'll put that up on the Brave Men Died Here YouTube channel in due course. Anyway, that's enough about me. Thank you for listening. If you're interested in anything that I do, please feel free to visit my website and take a look at my books. And I hope you enjoy what you see and what you hear. All the best.